Hey, what's going on, guys, and welcome back. In this video, we are going to be discussing Temtem's Arbury update and what you should expect moving forward. We're creating this video now because the Temtem Twitter has been teasing Arbury pretty hard, and my guess is that it's coming relatively soon as internet attention span tends to be really short, and I'm sure Temtem knows that as well. So they wouldn't want to sit there and tease the update for months in advance. That said, we are going to discuss what the Arbury update will entail, some new Temtem that we know should be coming to the update and have been teased, and then we're going to talk a little bit about the full game launch and what that means regarding Arbury, as it is the 6th and presumably final island. So some interesting stuff here. Anyways, let's dive in. Alright, so for starters, let's talk a little bit about the lore behind Arbury. Based on the Temtem wiki, which pulls a statement out of the Temtem Kickstarter updates, we know the following about the island. Arbury has traditionally been considered a melancholy land of constant rain, rolling green hills, and endless academic quibbles. While the weather is certainly wet and the rivalry between the two colleges of the university is legendary, Arbury is more than just the cliches that make it. As a prime educational spot in the archipelago, many serious Temtem tamers come to the Victorian streets of Properton or the Gothic alleys of Lochburg to hone their skills. In Arbury, regions are a state of mind. It's only natural that the brainy dons of Properton College favor the mental Temtem, some of which are reputably so intelligent that they can hold philosophical debate with the academics. Conversely, the powerful melee Temtem of Southern Arbury are the natural best mates with their rowdy Lochburg tamers. As for visitors, whether they prefer to contemplate the romantic shores of Loch Adore, hunt along the pleasant Meadowdale, or splash in the bogs of Mudshire marshes, they are always welcome to a cup of tea or a pint of stout, and a Temtem battle to boot. So Arbury, much like Cipanku, will likely represent a clash of ideals, with Cipanku kind of representing a clash between the old schools of thought and the new. Arbury will likely focus on the intellectual versus the more athletic, almost like a nerds versus jock situation, if you will. You have the presumably more introverted mental tamers and the presumably more extroverted melee tamers. And I think it might touch on the differences between athletic smarts and book smarts. That said, the island, as stated, is home to many mental and melee types, which means a few things as newly available Temtem are concerned. Firstly, Valier should be available this next update, as it's already coded into the game and is utilized by General X, but we also have another few Temtem that have been teased but not yet officially announced, including this pink thing, as well as these two Temtem teased during the PlayStation promo trailer. We also have this mask that this person is wearing that will presumably be a Temtem of some sort as well, probably mental type. And we also have my favorite of the unreleased Temtem so far, being this baboon, whom is used as an example of a melee type Temtem. Keep in mind though that this design is subject to change, as we have seen that in the past. We should also be receiving the final Tawai evolution, which will either be mental or melee. I'm personally hoping for melee, as a melee wind type could be really cool design wise, and we already have a mental wind in the form of Barnshee. Another thing of note is that every island thus far has given us some form of transportation, whether it be the surfboard on Denny's, the skates on Amnesia, the rock hopping on Tukma, the rock climbing on Kisiwa, or the crystal skates again on Cipanku. For each of these new upgrades, we had examples of previous areas that couldn't be accessed, like the crystallized areas of Tukma or Kisiwa, or the rock climbing areas in Denny's. There aren't any more areas like this, however. Now, this can mean one of three things. Number one, there's no new transport method. Number two, there is, but it's exclusive to Arbury, whatever this new means of travel is. Or number three, the latest means of travel isn't necessarily going to be something that allows access to a specific area, but instead will act more as a convenience-based travel. Now, I am going towards number three, since mounting has yet to be added into the game, so my theory is that the Arbury cycle will bring forth this mechanic. Mounting is supposed to help you move around faster and avoid wild encounters, so it'll definitely have its uses all over the archipelago. Next, we're going to take a look at the Temtem Roadmap, and again, while the dates are obviously no longer accurate, the devs have stated that it can still be used as a resource for what's to come with each cycle, though it should be taken with a grain of salt. The Arbury section consists of the following: 30 new Temtem, the second mythical, which we've actually already received a second mythical Temtem, so this might end up being the third. Club Dojo Wars, which is a mechanic that will give proper use to the club/guild feature. Let me know if you guys want me to do a whole video discussing it. A ranked matchmaking version 2. This is supposed to add various ranks, sort of like how League of Legends has like bronze, silver, gold, platinum, diamond, etc. An enhanced version of the spectator mode, and probably the biggest being the trading house. Now, I could do a whole other individual video about this, but the trading house is basically going to be your GTS, or more accurately, your Grand Exchange from RuneScape, where you can put any tradable tem or item up for a certain price, or I'm guessing another trade offer. This will really streamline the trading process and make it feel more like an MMO in my opinion. This should hopefully make buying and selling perfect SV Temtem a lot easier as well, and it should also help with getting rid of some of your breeding rejects. As far as the plot goes, I do believe that this will be the climax of the Belsodo saga, since, you know, it's the last island and whatnot. This update is going to be numbered 0.8, which means that we are still a little ways from 1.0, which is a console and just the full launch in general. My guess is the Arbury cycle will take us up to just before the Arch Tamers, which are sort of Temtem's equivalent to the Elite Four. Then after the Arbury cycle, we'll go from like 0.8 to like 0.899, whatever. Then we'll have 0.9. which will likely take us through the Archtamer saga and any other sort of cleanup. And then 1.0, I'm guessing, will just be more polish and getting ready for that full launch. That said, I will publish a video post-Arbury cycle titled something like What's Next for Temtem, where I make more educated guesses based on what Arbury holds. There are some features as well that you can look at here that are supposed to come to 1.0, but we will touch on all that in this future video. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. Let me know what you guys are most excited for with regards to the Arbury update and beyond. If you are a fan of Temtem or just monster taming in general, you could definitely subscribe to this channel, as I will keep you guys updated on all Temtem news. We'll have various guides and stuff like that. You could also check out my Twitter and my Discord. And I just want to say shout out to all my patrons, especially StealCase, our mythical backer. With that being said, I will see you guys next time. Take it easy.